Next thing you know, I can feel someone kneeling on my bed and adjusting themselves where they are now straddling me. So one knee on this side and one knee on this side. And in my mind I'm thinking, "Oh my God, what is happening?" And as soon as I asked that question, I received the answer. And I could. Happy New Year, soon to be Happy New Year, woo! And I just want to talk about this year coming up briefly. If things aren't as easy as you need them to be or want them to be, just remember that you can manage your own frequency, and let others manage their frequency. That's really, really important. And as the year goes by, also remember that a lot of people, there's a lot of downloads going on. There's a lot of upgrades going on. There's a lot of people having a lot of stress going on. I remember driving my car pretty much over the last 6 months thinking, what is up with people? They're just not noticing or they're not paying attention. And I think it just came right down to the fact that people are a bit checked out of their bodies. So they just got a lot going on, and it's really hard for them to be as present in the moment. And I've noticed that when driving my car. And I've even noticed that when I'm driving my car. There's times where I'm making certain decisions where I'm like, holy cow, like what's going on, Kristin? So just remember that not everybody's going to be as present, okay? And we are the ones, we are the nucleus. We are the, I guess you'd call it the micro to the macro in the collective consciousness. So we each are responsible for our own frequency. So irregardless of what goes on outside of yourself in the world, I'm saying Happy New Year to you because you and me individually have the choice to make it a Happy New Year and a good one. Okay? And if things are really difficult and there's a struggle throughout the year, what do? We just try to chill out, try to have more naps, try to meditate, try to decompress and detach from the low vibrational thoughts, the low vibrational people, the low vibrational experiences in order to help lift and raise your frequency. Focus on the things that you enjoy, that you appreciate, that you're grateful for, and milk them. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about 16 years ago, an experience that I had. No, not the one that I had with my guardian angel coming to visit me and passing through my body that you all know about, that I've spoken about many times, when I was in dire straits. This is right after an experience that I had coming out of surgery. So it was a time when There were no other answers. There were no other paths. No drugs were working. Nothing was working. And this was the path to be taken, which was the removal of my large intestine due to ulcerative colitis. So I specifically remember, recovering at home. I think I was at home about 10 days at this point, and I was having a nap during the daytime, and I had a visitation from my angel. Now, I think that we have many visitations from our angels, assisting us while we're sleeping. It's just that we don't recognize or realize what's going on. Whereas this afternoon, I did. And I'm going to talk about my experience with my guardian angel. So I love that guardian, angels in my hair, like the book. No, it's my guardian angel on my bed. And I'm going to talk about what happened to me. And I want to hear some of your experiences afterwards about your visitations. So please type them into the comments. And if you're curious to know if you had a visitation or not, then I'm going to do my best to channel the guidance and just see if we can pick up on what was transpiring at that time, okay? So we can get some answers. This I don't need to check on because it was so right in my face experience that it was jaw-dropping. All right, so backtrack, coming out of the hospital, just had my large intestine removed, recovering from this procedure at home, and I was taking an afternoon nap, and I specifically remember that state where you're half awake, half asleep, and I could hear with my ear audibly outside of my head some rustling on my duvet. And I said to myself, what the heck is that? It sounds like someone's on my bed. And at the time, I remember being in a sleep state where I was having a very vivid dream. And at the time, I was having a dream about an ex-boyfriend. It was a soulmate partnership at the time that I parted ways with. And I was having a dream that he was doing something that was hurting my feelings. That's all I can remember from it. Maybe hitting on another girl or something. I don't even remember. But I remember being really upset in the dream. And then next thing you know, I am hearing rustling on the top of my bed. Next thing you know, I can feel someone kneeling on my bed and adjusting themselves where they are now straddling me. So one knee on this side and one knee on this side. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my God, what is happening? And as soon as I asked that question, I received the answer. And I could see my guardian angel towering over me. And she had her hands out towards me. And I was getting really, I guess you could call it pummeled with a light frequency through my heart chakra. And while I was sleeping, having this really intense dream about the soulmate partnership I had had in the past, I was feeling this. It was in my chest. So I was getting pummeled in my heart chakra, and my body was just getting it. So she would hit me with this frequency through my heart chakra, and then I'd get a little break, and then she'd do it again, and then I get a little break, and then I knew who it was. I knew it was. She told me who it was, and I could see who it was. And I said to her, "Why are you doing this? Why are you sending this? Why are you doing this to my chest?" And she said, "I'm trying to break up the energy that is culminating from this dream that you're having through your heart chakra." So she was trying to help me. Okay, so I'm all tense from this dream, and she's trying to break up the energy, trying to help me. So whether we're sleeping, dreaming, during your day-to-day life, they're constantly trying to help you and assist you with the energy, with that frequency. And I remember thinking to myself, even when she was kneeling on my bed and adjusting herself, I thought, my God, this being is so tall. This is not like an average person. This is somebody that's got to be, what, 10, 11 feet that day you presented yourself as? Yeah, around about. She's smiling and says, maybe 12 feet. She's trying to crack me up. So, really tall, okay? We're talking super tall and not normal. Like I knew, even when she's straddling over me, I knew she was huge, like just huge. So, she hit me probably in the chest with that, what would you like to call that? A light frequency coming out of your hands, or light codes helping to diffuse the energy, the buildup, the buildup of the vibrational frequency that was culminated from the dream at the time. Yes, it's just that this time I noticed. So they're doing this with us all the time. It's just that at this moment in the afternoon, I noticed, oh, there's someone on my bed. Oh, I can hear the rustling. Oh, someone's hitting me in the heart chakra with light frequency from her hands. Now that's how I saw it coming through from her hands, right? So once she did that about 4 or 5 times, I asked her to please stop. Please stop hitting me in the chest with your light frequency codes. Because it's like seriously too much for me. And as soon as I asked that, she stopped. And then she got her other knee off me and just moved off to the side. And then I woke up. I came fully in my body. But I knew I wasn't alone in the room. That's for darn sure. But it was such an intense experience. And I remember it so vividly to this day. Now, does she touch my hair? Yep, there's times where they'll stroke and touch my hair. Other times she'll do this on my forehead to get my attention, to stop focusing on something low vibrational, stop watching low vibrational content. They're constantly trying to help me manage my energy. And that's what it's really all about. I'd love to say that we can all go out there and help everybody move into a higher vibrational frequency and kumbaya. I'd love to tell you that we can fix everything and fix everyone. And as an indigo growing up on Earth, that's genuinely what I strive to do on a regular basis. That is what it was like a constant telling people what's what, and giving my feedback and giving my opinion even when they didn't ask for it. Things are different now. I've been taught by the angels to do things differently. So one thing we can do to affect the collective consciousness and everyone around us is what? Does anybody have the answer for that? You want to type that in the comments? What is it you can do to impact and affect everyone here on Earth? Is it telling them what to do? What they're doing wrong? Is it telling them your opinion? Or what? Anybody have any ideas on that? Love to hear them. So things have changed over time as I've channeled them through the readings that I offer, and they've helped me put together courses to help people channel. And you guys know that the next one's coming up January 15th until the 29th for 2 weeks. You can go to KristinDaviesMedium.com or check out the info above and or below this video. But the thing is as I am channeling them, they're kind of schooling me. They're telling me, Kristin, this is an angel reading, not a Kristin reading, because I love to give my opinion during readings. And that was like, now I can check in with them and see if they are okay with me presenting a situation I've been through that I can relate with them, or, something that I feel will help them. Sometimes that's okay, and sometimes that's not. So how is it that we can affect and impact the entire collective consciousness here on Earth and everyone around you? Focusing on your frequency, your energy. And I love hearing this. Stay heart-centered. Sending them love and light. Being positive, okay? That's the most important. You can't fix everyone and change everyone, as much as some of us would love to do that. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you, there have been days where I really have tried. And what ends up happening when you really zone in on someone and you try to fix them or you try to change them? Does anybody have any guidance on that? What happens? Share love with everyone. And in order to share love, it's important that we hone in and go within and focus on self-love, self-care, really taking good care of yourself. You'll see it all. You can see whatever's going to happen this year and the years to come on Earth, and you can watch as it's all unfolding. But what's most important is what's going on within you. That's the most important. Love that. Giving someone a warm smile. Holding space for others. Being helpful. Having patience. They do, Richard. When you try to give people your opinion, you try to change them, they can avoid you. Yeah. Some of them just can't receive the message. I agree with that too. They just can't receive it. Some of us are on a very different vibrational frequency than another. So it's like you're talking a totally different language to them that they may not be able to receive or understand. Now, if I feel a pull, I feel like a nudge towards someone, I feel like I need to say something, and it's coming and it's welling up from within me, or my team is like, help this person, then I do. Then I will. Yeah. Heal yourself to help heal the collective. Each one of us can change the lineage and or the vibrational frequency here on Earth. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. The only one you can change is you. Start with you first, and then your frequency as you shift and change has to impact and affect everyone around you. It's similar to when they took, they had several transcendental meditators, TM meditators, and they all went to a city where they all were meditating together. And it was a part of a city, and I can't remember which city it was, where there was a lot of chaos going on. A lot of you know what. And what happened over a month of them doing that is the crime rate dropped significantly, because their frequency was there for impacting and affecting the energy in that location. And you think, well, how can, me just being, oh, it does, and it will. And not only that, but when you start to move in that trajectory, your entire team, everyone, your angels, their angels, the guardian angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, see what you're doing, and then they help to amplify that light within you, if you want it. Some of us aren't ready for that. Some of us are okay with, wallowing in the trenches. And I've had my stint for a few years, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to get up, and I wasn't ready to do this work. I wasn't ready to channel the angels. All I wanted to do was do my job, sleep in as much as I could, and drink. That's all I cared about. But that's all I could produce at that time. But it wasn't going to last forever, because my soul and my energy, me, wanted more. Wanted to be happy again, wanted to connect with others again, wanted to be positive again. You can only sustain that for so long. Love it. Yeah. Yeah. Love that. So, does anybody have any questions about any visitations you've had? Any stories about any visitations you've had? Now, I love how I'm saying visitations, because in truth, we have them around us all the time. It's just, a moment that I experienced and noticed that they were here. Is more like it. And the beautiful thing is, when you're sleeping or when you're meditating, what happens to your mind? What happens to your mind when you're meditating or when you're sleeping? That's a beautiful time. They're like, let's go get her. Oh, she's sleeping. She's meditating. Absolutely, Nicole. You're getting noticeable angel numbers and song lyrics. Yeah, if they know they can get through to you that way, they're going to give you the lyrics over and over, and you notice how you hum and sing them and you can't get that out of your mind. In peace, your mind is still and quiet when you're meditating or when you're sleeping, and they love stillness. The mind is still and quiet, and that is when they hone in to get your attention. If you're busy, moving, going, ungrounded, your mind's racing, how are they going to get through to communicate with you? It's going to be pretty tough. I'm not saying they can't do it. They'll just do it in other ways. They'll probably do it in number sequences, feathers, coins, lyrics, and music. That's how they're probably going to try and get you. They'll probably expand your chakra centers. So you might notice like a lot of pressure in the center of your chest, or your throat, or the top of your head. And you'd be like, oh my goodness, where's that coming from? I was in the grocery store yesterday, and I started moving towards this elderly gentleman, because I was going to go look at the carrots, and he was standing there getting the mushrooms. And I was like, holy smokes. I walked into this energy around him, and it made me all lightheaded. And I knew that I was coming in contact with his guardian angel. But, like I was on a mission to get some carrots, so I didn't really hang around too long. But, or take the time to pick up on it. But it was so peaceful and wonderful. And I was like, whew, that is some great energy he's got around him. Oh, you feel their heat all around you. Yeah. Or they'll come in on one side and you feel a lot of pressure and warmth. Oh, yeah. So let's hone in on Nicole as to who is coming to visit. You know what's weird is I almost see like an angel that looks like, the Flash, the character, the Flash, and the lightning bolt on the side of the head. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Different colors, dressed differently, but has that bolt. Is that interesting or what? Is that what you're seeing, Nicole? With the bolt on the side of the head? And I get a feeling like he can move really fast too. There's a sensation I'm picking up on, but it's pretty evident with the bolt on the side of his head. Okay, go ahead. You had so many different ET lifetimes, Nicole, and you're open. and you're aware of the vibrational frequencies around you. And when you become more aware of the vibrational frequencies around you, you then usher in other energies that want to come in and communicate with you and talk with you and work with you. And this is one of them. Yeah, like Flash Gordon. Isn't that funny? But it's not Flash Gordon. He's just talking about working with you, helping moving things along a bit faster. So I don't know if you kind of are moving a bit slow in decision making, or you're just kind of, you know, poking along with certain things. But he's helping to move things quicker. And they need to move quicker. And I'm going to see why they need to move quicker and faster with you. 2 reasons. 1, certain things have been going on long enough, and it's time for transition and change. And the second reason is because it's time to usher in new energy, new experiences into your reality, your lifetime. And in order for them to usher in this new energy and get you going on these new paths, okay, he needs to kind of get you going a little bit faster. It's time to go. Hesitation with fear, worry, doubt, overthinking, overanalyzing, and he's doing this like, stop it, and he's helping to remove that too, to bring in more peace and more calm, more tranquility, and the understanding, the realization that there's nothing to worry or be fearful of. All right, that's good. Excellent. He says, don't worry about things. You've got this. Don't overanalyze it. It's all about moving into a better feeling, not only energetically, but also where you're located. So it's about moving in a different direction as to where you're located, and also the energy within you. He's like showing me a building up of energy, like the pressure, the momentum, the intensity of you making changes is going to intensify to the point where you will just make them. And you won't be able to drag your feet, because he's going to move you along at a faster pace. Okay? Okay, do you want to relay a name? He's just laughing, and he says, Flash is good. Or Flash Gordon. And he's not taking it like he's not taking a name too seriously, and he's just smiling and winking and thumbs up. Flash is good. He's here to speed things up and move things along. He just said that a little bit more seriously. All right. Okay. Okay, so if you're feeling dizzy or tingling over your head and sometimes over your legs, let's ask that question. Is that your team around you, or is there something physical going on? Physical? So immediately when I say physical, I get a tightness in my chest and a pull back in my body. Even my crown chakra closed down a bit. They just slow down the flow of energy, giving a no response in the body. So it's not physical. Visitation, visiting, smiling, laughter, visiting you, letting you know of their presence. Also urging you and nudging you along to inquire further, to ask questions, to learn and to grow, as you will be when you come along to this course coming in January. And now they're thanking me. They're really smiley and happy. Happy, smiley, happy, smiley. I love it. I don't know if that's in your nature to be that way. But your team is big time that way. All right. Who is touching the right side of my face on a daily basis? Was Sue, your guardian angel, female guardian angel, coming through, presenting as female. Very soft, very gentle, very loving. Just letting you know that she's there and coaching you. So how is that coaching her? If you get too overstimulated or tired, she's helping to redirect your attention with the touch in order for you to, and then energetically helping you slow down. So I don't know if this is going to bed earlier, taking a nap. This is what this feels like to me. And she's showing it to me. Yeah, it's the same thing as to when my guardian angel does this to me. It's to redirect me off that low vibrational thought or that low vibrational content I'm watching. Or if I'm staying up too late at night and I'm really exhausted, she's reminding me it's time to go to bed. Okay. All right. Ooh, you saw a majestic lion during meditation. Would love to know if that was a guide or a star family or spirit animal. Could be that too. All right, with faith. It's different than what we think it is. Because I'm not honing in. I'm getting a lot of energy right through my chest and through my throat chakra. And it feels very warm. I'm getting these are light codes. They're talking about it being tied in with solar flares that blossom into the form of a lion, helping to open your gateways further. Do you want to explain that a little bit more about gateways? When you're meditating, things slow down. You're more grounded. Your mind is more still and more quiet. It is an optimal time in order to send more light frequency. And this feels like it's coming from the sun to me. They're showing me the sun. Okay. So they're like, okay, this one's ready for more light frequency. Let's get her. And it's coming, and they're just taking the energy and sending it to you. Opening of your chakra centers. And filling your vessel, your mind, with more light frequency in order to help further still and quiet your mind when needed. Ground your energy and lift your vibrational frequency. It's coming in the form of a lion for you. Isn't that wild? Huh. Didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming at all. That's wild. All right. How does one stop being scared of having visits from their team? Or I'm assuming you're thinking other things are coming. Okay. They just want to remind you and for you to remember that if you drop your vibrational frequency and focus on the lower vibrational aspects within your reality or imaginings of what could be, yes, even imaginings, even your imagination can propel and be dropping your frequency, therefore being lower in vibrational frequency. They don't recommend this. Don't focus on the lower vibrational aspects that are going on in your life or in your reality. Obviously, we have to face certain things. Obviously, we have to deal with certain things. But how long we drag it out for is also up to us as well. But if you're watching something or someone's talking about something and it's really sinking your frequency, there's a message right there. Oh, I'm not feeling good. Maybe I should turn this off. Okay, so follow that intuition, that gut instinct. They're saying in truth there is only light. That is the truth. They're talking about even the lower vibrational energies that are residing here on earth are being cleaned up and transmuted into the light. So it's carried on here and will be no longer as we move forward on earth. And that isn't just the energies that are here, but also our own energy has to lift and raise in vibrational frequency in order for us to continue incarnating here and populating the planet, because the earth herself is going. The earth herself is raising in frequency. So some of us will continue to incarnate elsewhere where it's more of a vibrational match to our frequency. And then some of us will continue to incarnate here on earth. And there's also new high vibrational energies, souls that are coming to incarnate here on earth in the future to help populate the planet and help lift and raise the vibrational frequency of the collective here. So they're going to come and help lift and raise the frequency here. So you see, it is all within your mind as to what you choose to place your attention, your awareness, your focus upon. Thank you, dear one. That was pretty direct. Good. Your team is very much similar to your own nature. Isn't that cool? I can tell when somebody comes to me for a reading when they're having a really hard time because their angels are a little bit more subdued. They're hanging back. They're giving me the guidance to give to them. But ultimately, it is that person's choosing, free will choosing, if they're going to want to make changes or move in a different direction. And the angels will wait and just see what direction they're going to move in. They'll give them the guidance, but like we said earlier, sometimes when you relay guidance, some people aren't ready to receive it or hear it right away. They might take that recording of the reading and listen to it 6 months down the road, and it clicks and it just sticks and they get it because they're just ready at that time. Yeah, I didn't see it coming either, Faith. I'm like, what? You saw a lion and a platypus? That's pretty wild. Love it. Does Richard have these as spirit animals? I just get a lot of smiling and some laughter and happy joy kind of feel. What? You know what they just said? They said, Richard, you are the lion. And they went, rawr. Like you're becoming more assertive and you're breaking out of your shell and you're stepping forward more. You are the lion. And now they're doing this. That's what they wanted to say. What about the platypus? That's all they want to say about it. That's hilarious. Is there a reason why your guides won't give you their names? Or is it like Flash? It's not really relevant with Ashley. First thing I pick up on, Ashley, is you've had a lot of ET origins off of Earth. You know Earth is not home. And A lot of the energies that you have around you aren't accustomed to giving a name. It's more telepathic communication that you pick up on their frequency and you know who it is. And the communication is very, very fast with them because you've had incarnations that are much more advanced than where you are on Earth. I think that goes for all of us. What happened? Who put the brakes on? Who left me here on Earth? But, so if you would like a name, they'll give some names today. And again, as they give them through me, they are saying to you that they want to see if that's something that resonates with you. But really, what it really is you picking up on their frequency and telepathic communication. If I were you, Ashley, I'd ask them to slow down their communication. And if you are claircognizant, give it to me this way. If you're clairvoyant, give it to me this way. If you're clairaudient, Ashley, then ask them to spell it out in your brain a little bit slower, okay? So, go ahead. Go ahead. So, yeah, I can tell your guardian angels have been with you in other vessels on other planets because they're as they come along with us through these incarnations, they shift in that frequency, and they are not just Earth frequency here. This is how many different ET origins? 7, including Earth. And Earth is not one of your main tops, okay? You've been in other locations much more than Earth. Okay, so I'm just gonna see what they say. They're trying to take their frequency and then move it into a name for you. Okay, so the first one is okay. Here's a weird one for you. Oxyl. OXYL. Thumbs up. Second one. Kind of hanging back. Not right here behind me. Okay. You want to spell that out for me, please? Okay, this one's just going to present as Daniel. You can call him Dan for short. This one is very much accustomed to incarnating with you right by your side, as your guardian angel will go everywhere with you, and you have been on many different other planets. Got it? So, okay, so that makes perfect sense to you. Okay, and so you're seeing white lights and sparkles. They love doing this. If I see flashes of white, I'm looking at either a guardian angel or an archangel usually. If I'm seeing blue, I'm usually saying Archangel Michael, but that doesn't mean that it can't be you're one of your angels too. So you'll ask, okay, this blue sparkle light I'm seeing, who is this? And you're going to sit with stillness and let them tell you who it is. All right. Isn't that wild, Tracy? So sometimes when you're meditating, you have language comes through kind of sounding like Hebrew, and your hands do their own thing, like scanning my body and weaving the energy. Got it. I just get smiling, happiness, a lot of peace, so much peace, joy, gratitude. Gratitude that you're noticing, gratitude that you're releasing and letting go and allowing the energy to flow through you in this way. So some people go, ooh, this is too weird, or I'm not interested in this, I'm too scared for this, but not you. And they're grateful for that. Isn't that cool? Oh, good, Ashley. Blue sparks. Archangel Michael. He's over by my water cooler. He just sends it through the door, hits me in the face, and he says, yes, that's me. Awesome. Okay. So if Joanne is seeing purple color around her, I'm getting Saint Germain. I'm also seeing Metatron. And you know, when you have Saint Germain and Metatron around you, you have likely had a lot of off-planet origins as well. So Earth is just another place that you're incarnating upon many others. Metatron really helps to create more peace and more balance and more stillness in the mind, because there's a lot of souls that have had vastly different incarnations than incarnating on Earth, and it's very hard for them to ground into their body. So they might feel very anxious, they might be overanalyzing, overthinking a lot, very ungrounded, and Metatron is a beaut to call in to help you come into your body and be more settled, be more at peace, be more grounded, having more of a quiet mind. He really does help the starseeds. Holy Toledo, does he ever. Okay, anything else? They're watching over you and helping to take care of you. And they love you eternally, forever. Call upon them should you need them. And this is Saint Germain, and I'm also getting Metatron. And they're working together with you. All right. Isn't that cool? I'll tell you, that cube, if you want Metatron to use this cube through your body, make sure you lay down and you're nice and quiet. You don't have any disruptions, and he will start working that cube through your body. You might have to take some deep breathing when that's happening. I see it as like like electric lightning white cube, and he worked it through my whole body. I was doing deep breathing Lamaze for an hour. There can never be too much, Hilda. Never. If you think about the frequency of our team being like through the roof high, but if we're trying too hard, is that what you mean? You're trying too hard to lift and raise your vibrational frequency. They're saying you're overthinking it, overanalyzing it. Relax, go with the flow, be at peace, and they want you to focus on doing things that bring you joy and happiness. And that's it. Okay? That's it. That's great, isn't it? You're welcome. Okay, Karen is asking, she has two names that have come to her, Red Feathers and Gracie. Who are they? First thing that you need to know, Karen, is that you're receiving those names accurately because you don't believe. Why are you saying that? Okay, they just want me to say this. Okay, really pressing in on me, and it's this Red Feathers that's in on me. All right. Short-sightedness. Short-sighted. That's what, and he's presenting as a Native American, by the way. And I'm going to find out who he is, but first, he's right on me like a hot cake, so I have to, he's just, so here we go. Short-sightedness is what a lot of the masses on Earth see. They only see what is in their box, in their reality, what is right in front of them. And now you have the opportunity to see further and expand this out, and to see with more long distance vision in your seeming reality. He highly suggests that you do so because it's needed. You're here online with others who are awakening, and you're curious and you're asking questions, so why not go further? But again, this is in your hands as to your comfort level, where you feel comfortable. But he's recommending that you do. Okay. Now he's going to tell me who he is. All right. He's presenting as Native American because he's had many Native American lifetimes, including with you. He's also in your soul group, and he is your spirit guide. He is hanging back in your soul group. So he's one of the souls from your soul group that's hanging back and assisting you while you incarnate on earth. Thank you. And he's very forthright. He's really like no problem saying what he's going to say. And you better hear him. All right. So, and Gracie, much softer, much more gentle, hanging back a little bit more. She works alongside of him in your soul group, also your spirit guide. Still learning about this spirit guide stuff. Still learning how to do this. She's somewhat in training, and she's the softer energy that is coupled up with his energy, which is a little bit more forthright. And they work well as a team together to help you here. She also agrees with what he has said. But again, it is in your hands. Okay. All right. She says it depends on what you want moving forward. If you want to learn more, if you want to lift your vibrational frequency, if you want to ask questions and receive the answers further than where you are right now, then you will move forward in this direction. Now she's showing the course. But if it's not this course, then it could be some other course down the road, right? It could be something else that you're interested in taking. This is me speaking, okay? It's in your hands. Let go. She's talking about you have a tendency to try and want to control things, or have an opinion on things and put it in a box. I think this is where the short-sightedness comes in. So they just want you to let go and go with the flow more. And it's interesting. It's almost like trying to internalize things a lot. Internalizing things a lot. Let go and stop that internalization and overthinking. Okay. They're talking about, when you get to a certain age on Earth, it's almost like, well, you're just set on that trajectory, and as you get older, you're not going to change. But that's not always true. There are many older generations on Earth that are ready for change, they're ready for shifting, they're ready for evolving, they're ready for growth. It's just how far do you want to take it? How far do you want to go? Do you want to stay within the short-sightedness, or do you want to see further? Okay. That's heavy duty there, hey? Karen, got an earful there. Good message, though. I think it's a good message for all of us, let's be honest. Okay. Oh, Ada. Yep, you heard the name Andromedan right before you woke up. Awesome. Does that mean I have had Andromedan lives? Let's test it out, Ada. So let's both ask the question, have you had Andromedan lifetimes? Are you feeling in your body a yes response? Your chest is relaxed or open? Or you're feeling a tight pull back in your chest, and it could be your top of your head, your crown chakra as well. Have you had incarnations as an Andromedan? And if you relax your mind, they'll repeat the message in your mind. They'll give you it'll sound like your own internal voice, and it'll go yes, 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 or no, no, no. But that has to match what you're feeling in your body. Is a double confirmation. So what's the answer? Can't wait to see what you get. All right. Yeah, I could see that, Karen, because Gracie's energy is so soft and so gentle that could be what you are presenting in your mind, because that's how soft and gentle she is. Okay, so, all right, Karen, it's in our hands. We get to choose, and he means business. Where do we want to go moving forward? You know what? It's interesting because, the angels want us to have babies. I know that I've said that before. Some of us maybe aren't meant to have children, but for those of us where there's a possibility, they're all over us like white on rice. They really want to populate the planet with this light frequency of these new souls coming in. And when I say to them, well, I don't, certain age, or, even if people come to me and they're like in their 40s, the angels don't even care. They don't care how old you are. They don't care. They'll help you with the pregnancy. They'll help bring this into fruition. They'll help this be a healthy pregnancy, etc., etc. And so as far as somebody being 70s, 80s, 90s, and they want to make some changes in their lives, in their perspective of how they view things in their world, in their reality, they are so all for it. They don't care how old you are. They don't care if someone's going to date someone half their age. They don't care if you're going to date someone outside of your ethnicity or race. They don't care if you're transgender. They don't care if you are of a different sexual origin, if you're gay or straight. They don't care about any of that. Nobody here cares about that. They're all for it. They're celebrating it. They're applauding you. They're so happy about it. And we are the only ones that hold ourselves back or restrict or have these narrow-minded opinions of others. They are celebrating full throttle. I've never seen it be anything other than that, ever. And I love it. All right. Remember that when we place a judgment on something or someone, really think about it when you're doing it. Slow it down and really say, is this where I want to go with this thought? Do I really want to have this opinion? Because nobody here has that opinion, ever. If somebody comes to me for a reading and they're not feeling comfortable, maybe they have a different sexual origin and their family members aren't accepting of that, it's the only thing I'll ever hear from the angels is how proud they are of them and celebrating them, and just how much they love them, how courageous they are stepping forward and being different on the planet and bringing in these differences and being who they want to be, being who they feel like they need to be. And I just love it. Perfect. Yes, you are. No. Oh, sorry. I thought I was reading Karen's comment there. Sorry, Benasha. If you are seeing a Native American, I would say most definitely. So ask that question, Benasha. Am I seeing a Native American because I have a spirit guide that's Native American? So let's both do it. What response are you getting in your mind, in your body? Head, chest. Is my spirit guide Native American? Is this what I'm seeing with the Native American energy? What's the response? Still waiting on you, Ada. Okay. With Ada, yes. The answer is yes. And it's one of your more dominant frequencies, meaning your soul has had more lifetimes as an Andromedan than Earth. So I'm just waiting. I'm asking that question, and they're telling me a sliver more than Earth. So you've had this many lifetimes Andromedan. Earth, you've been here quite a lot, but Andromedan's just a little bit more experiences there. Isn't that great? You've also had incarnations other than Earth and Andromedan as well. The Andromedans are really around you right now a lot, and they're helping you with resting when you need to rest, letting go when it's important to let go, relaxing when you need to. You don't have any issues or qualms with that. You must be good at that then. But they're helping you with that. And they are helping you with ascension, helping you find out more of who you truly are within. Almost like, you know, when you're uncertain in the world, you're not sure of who you are, and everything is a little bit more short-sightedness, I guess we could call it. And so they're helping you blossom. So seeing more of who I am, and then expressing it and stepping forward in the world, and showing and sharing with others more of who you are, and expressing yourself more fluidly, more openly. Love it. Isn't that great that they can help us with that? All right. So Banesha, here we go. You have a Native American on your team who is also there assisting your spirit guides. So it's kind of like a third spirit guide, if you want to say that. Third spirit guide, you want to weigh in on that? I get sure, yes. This third spirit guide is helping you with fitting in, feeling comfortable, feeling more... fitting in isn't the right wording. He's correcting me. It's in a world where where people judge people by their skin color, their race, their sex, their religion, he's helping you feel more comfortable within yourself and just putting yourself out there as you, rather than being labeled a certain religion or a certain ethnicity or a certain color of skin, blah, blah, blah. He's saying that. Literally, he's just saying that. Blah, blah, blah. Just being you and stepping forward and being more confident and self-reliant. So not relying on others as much, but relying on yourself. And moving forward in the world in this way. And he will continue to do this with you for the remainder of your journey here. Does that make sense, Vanessa? He's really proud of you, and he's applauding you, and he's smiling a lot. He's not concerned or worried for you. He knows you've got this. He's just here to assist you through this journey. And why is he here, he says? Because your energy is sending out a signal that you want help. And he stepped forward to fulfill this role. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So you guys, yeah, Beth is here. Hi, Beth. So Beth is assisting me with this course coming up, and Paul is coming on board, and we're coming full throttle this January 15th. I can't wait for 2 weeks. And you guys, thanks for joining me. This has been fun. Have a wonderful, happy new year. Why? Because no matter what happens outside of us, we're going to manage our own energy, our own frequency. And when we hit rock bottom and things are tough, we're going to pull back, rest more, and we're going to take really good care of ourselves, no matter what happens on planet Earth or with those around us in our lives. That's why it's going to be happy. Love you guys. Bye.
That was a big thing for me. And then after that point, I started slowing down. I started listening to channelings more. I started reading different books about spirituality, reading so much, an undying curiosity. Started taking notes. And then I came across Kristin Davies. And let me tell you, if you're looking for a mediumship course, go see her, because wow, completely changed my life. So I took the mediumship course with Kristin, and I began to understand more about myself, and I started to awaken the own psychic senses that I had laying dormant within inside of myself for all these years. And it's so powerful to be able to connect with other people's angelic guides and relay messages to them, and relay even messages from people that have passed in spirit. Even like family members have come to me too, like of my own that have passed that I haven't even met. And it's just wild that we have this big spiritual realm that a lot of us are just unbeknownst to.
Super pumped. You just joined me in the last mediumship course, the beginner's course, and of course you're going to be coming into the next 102, and then I also have the next dates up on my website for the next courses coming up, and I just thought I'd ask, how did you like it?
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. I mean, I'm self-taught. I'm self-taught in most things, but I always do that and then sort of like want to take a course, because I think when you do learn things yourself and then go into a course, you learn so much more, really. You learn all the things that you've missed as well, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, for me, meeting my guides, because I knew they've always been there. I've always known that I've had these two angels that have helped me my whole life, but I've never really worked with them. And certainly, channeling now with my voice is a new thing for me, because normally I do it all through automatic writing.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so the voices, I'm learning to actually speak what I hear.
So many of you guys in the course, you and many others, you're just free flowing now. It's just like, for me to watch it, it's just like watching a miracle. Well, you would say a miracle unfold before you, really.
Yeah, I think you just feel relaxed in a nice environment with everyone. So you feel like, right, it's now, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to do it now. So you go for it more.
And go.
Yeah.
And I notice a lot of people, either one, you can come to the beginner's course or the 102, makes no mind. Either way, you can take either one at any time. You don't have to take one and take the other. Jean here is saying the beginner's class was incredible. I love it. And, the thing is that when you step forward, you meet a whole bunch of new people. And I've noticed that we have like people that don't channel. They're just kind of curious and seeing what this is all about. And then people that have been channeling, but in different ways. So, there's multiple different ways of channeling. It's not just connecting in and picking up on clairaudience. Oh, so many different ways. Like that's what the angel cards are there for. Although some people use tarot. In my courses, I prefer the angel cards. It's easier, simpler. and very high vibrational and colorful and beautiful. And, some of them are lined in gold flake and, getting a little fancy schmancy on us. But they just act as a bridge to get you to where you need to go. And then we step off and do what you are now doing. Is that not amazing?
That is pretty amazing.
It's so amazing. And these are gifts that we all have, that we're using all the time unconsciously. So then when you come to these courses and then you're like, oh, this is how I do it consciously.
Yeah.
And then you know how to do it.
Well, interestingly, most of my channels for months and months now have all been saying similar things, and they've all been telling people to individually channel the angels, channel the spirits. They're telling them to communicate with their own team all the time. So I think that's rather nice, really.
It's so much easier when you can connect in with an energy that's so high vibrational, that's helping you, and that can see all the different paths before you. Oh my gosh, I can't describe how much more. It's just like, it's so enriched and so magical and so wonderful, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time, yeah.
And then you're stepping through the course and helping other students. And
well, I'm just like that. I hold this energy that sort of like brings people together. So
I love it.
But I mean, the channeling that I've been doing over the past sort of like 6 months has just taken a different realm, and they seem to be sort of like slightly queuing up now. There seems to be a queue for me.
Yeah, and I'm in such a fact-driven career field, like evidence-based. Everything about it is just like 100%. This is what we can prove, and the more that I can just share a little bit, the more that I see people almost like reaching for that, like looking for somebody that will acknowledge the fact that, yeah, we do use our intuition when we're in a stressful situation. We do see how a situation feels, and that's real. And I think people are just like really waiting to have someone say, yes, you can follow that intuition. You can follow your guidance from the divine and from the angels, and we are able to be more than just what we see.
Yeah. And it's the difference between walking and flying in life. It really is. In order to get up and head out and have life just be so much easier to connect with your internal guidance system. What's the difference between, consciously channeling and unconsciously channeling? So when you're going through your day and you're unconsciously channeling, a lot of people are doing, everybody's doing this.
Yeah.
Everybody.
The difference for me was your course, 100%.
You're like, ding, ding, ding. And I'll tell you, my guardian angel, she pretty much, if you want to call it hand holding, she walked me through and we had a discussion as to how to run this course and how to teach this course through the eyes of the angels. So everything I teach is what they would like me to talk about.
It's so obvious. It's so wonderful, Kristin. And that's just the thing, is we're all getting these messages. We just don't know what they are. We don't know how to interpret them. We don't know what our heart chakra opening up really means. We don't know what the tingling on the back of our head means that you're having communication, or the ringing in the ears.
Or the ringing in the ears, or the cupping of the ears, or the silence on the side of the head for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm getting goosebumps all over. See, that's an angel sign.
And it's just like we break things down and explain things and work through things. People can practice on camera or not in the comments area. You don't have to do anything that you're not comfortable with.
No, I recommend it.
I see a comment here, and this is really great. To me, awakening started when everything crumbled in my life and I went into hermit mode. Then I started to become curious to know my true self and my essence from my spiritual point of view, as well as opening up to the world that has been hidden from us. And it really is. It's the same thing with me. My whole life crumbled. It came apart. My health tanked. I was sick for about a year, living at my mother's home. My body really was just, I couldn't eat enough food. It was very difficult. And that is what led me to seek answers as to not only how to get better, but I had all this quiet time, internal reflection time, and everything changed over that year. And I started moving in a completely different direction. And I was still like, figuring things out. But that's what I teach in this course is the step by step how to connect with your team when you feel so disconnected.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want to take the mediumship course coming up in the next few weeks, I would really, recommend doing that. Kristin Davies will be running it. I will be in the course going live once or twice, helping you guys learn how to channel spirit, learn how to channel these amazing starseed beings, amazing angels, your angelic team, being able to pick up on your intuition of what you want to do in life, where you want to go, and to have more clarity. And that's one of the main things that these courses have helped me with, is having more clarity in your life, because we all need more of that.